Welcome guys, and welcome to PUBG Myth Busters episode 3, where we will test the following myths. Myth 1. It is possible to hit yourself if you shoot directly up with a crossbow, first suggested by Hisia. Myth number 2. It makes less noise to run barefoot compared to running with shoes, first suggested by Zero Mech. Myth number 3. Throwing a grenade while driving will make the grenade go further away, first suggested by Sweelet. For the first myth, we'll be going to the open area right next to school, as we need some free space to test out if it's really true that you can hit yourself with a crossbow when shooting directly up. Does the arrow actually come down again? Let's verify that an arrow will actually stick to the ground when shooting. Good. Then we've got 9 people sitting in a circle ready to fire the last bolt of their game. Oh, and guys, do not try this at home. But there is no bolts returning and everyone is still alive and breathing. Could the reason be that you're not actually able to shoot directly up, because it seems that there will always be a tiny angle? But where does the bolts actually go then? Lining everyone up on a straight line, firing straight up, but this time I'm gonna go find the bolts. Although no matter how long we look, we could never find any bolt fired from the bowman. This means that the bolts won't actually come down after shooting as high as possible, and for that reason the myth is debunked. Next, we're going to test if it's true that you make less noise barefoot compared to wearing shoes. And we'll test this while running on multiple surfaces, and the first one is the asphalt, concrete and dirt path surface. It makes the same sound when running on these surfaces, starting with shoes. And then running barefoot. Looking at the audio data, we see that the sound signature is noticeably smaller when running barefoot, meaning that barefoot is quieter on these surfaces. Next, we're testing on metal, first running with shoes. And then running barefoot. And again, the data is very clear. Running barefoot was also quieter on the metal surface. Now let's test it in the sand, first with shoes. And then running barefoot. On this surface, it was clear that running with shoes was noticeably quieter than running barefoot. The next surface is field and grass. These surfaces makes the same sound when moving on them. First, we're gonna test running with shoes. And then running without any shoes. And although this was very close, running barefoot did make less noise when looking at the data. The final surface to be tested is the wooden floor, first with shoes. And now testing while running barefoot. Testing the same thing while standing below the wooden floor, running with shoes. and standing below when the runner is running barefoot. This is the closest one yet, and I was almost about to call it a draw, but when studying the data closer, it does seem like running with shoes makes less noise than running barefoot on a wooden floor. Interestingly though, it is twice as easy to hear the enemy when standing below the floor, something worth noting when inside buildings with wooden floors. So it makes less noise running barefoot on concrete, asphalt, dirt path, grass, in fields and on metal. But it makes more noise while in sand and just makes more noise when on a wooden surface. So the myth that running barefoot makes less noise is, when judging from an overall perspective, confirmed. I will certainly not be running with shoes after testing this. For the final myth, we're traveling to the island of Loot because we've got a runway perfect for testing if it is really true that you're able to throw a grenade longer when driving in a vehicle compared to standing. The test vehicle will be driving 50 km per hour, and when it reaches the USS, the grenades will be thrown from within the vehicle and the guy standing next to them. Both grenades will be thrown at a 45-degree angle to reach maximum range. The grenade from the Dacia has been thrown, closely followed by the grenade from the stationary tester. Let's see which one went the farthest. The grenade thrown from within the vehicle went almost twice as far as the grenade thrown from our stationary tester, and for that reason the myth that you're able to throw longer when driving is confirmed. Now that's all I had for you guys in this video. A special thanks goes out to everyone who helped suggesting and testing. If you've got a myth you want to be tested, let me know in the comment below or on Discord. If you liked the video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more myth busting in the future, and I'll see you guys next time.